welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Friday, March 3rd, 2023. Thank you for being here at Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse, and it is Friday, everybody. It is Friday, so we're doing something like we did last week, trying it again. It's time for Drinking Friday. That's what I'm saying. It's been a long week. We've all had a long week. Everybody's got to have a drink with us, have some drinks with us, hang out, and let's talk about some entertainment news. And joining me again, live from Florida. Well, Florida. I haven't been drinking that much yet. Live from Florida, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is Friday. We are here, ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a great show. It really is. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun stuff to talk about today. How's everything?
Echoing.
Oh, we're echoing? Does somebody have another window open?
No. Maybe. I'll close all mine down and start again. All right. Introduce our guest. I'll be right back.
Okay, maybe it's maybe that's something going on there. And also, I won't be setting on her actual microphone. And also joining us again for the, I don't even know how many times, but here back is Rachel Blakely. Rachel, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great. Trying to stay warm. It's still cold in Colorado. I was in Florida earlier this week, and that was a beautiful change of pace.
And you were just in Florida, which is, you were probably loving that Florida, weren't you?
Yes, it was great. Got to spend some time at the couple of the theme parks. I was, in a lazy river 2 days ago, just floating around, enjoying the sun, and that was just a beautiful thing.
Oh, so nice, right? And now, well, I mean, it's nice to be home, though, right? It's nice to be home, and even though it's like vacations, they can only last so long, unfortunately. But but it's nice here too in California, but it's still cold for us. We got over the rain, so that's good. But yeah, I'm happy to have you here tonight, and you're going to be joining us here for our drinking edition of Kruse Control. What's your cocktail of choice for tonight's episode?
I've got a couple going because you like to do a lot of impressions, so I felt like I had to be prepared for that. So in my beautiful Twilight cup, I have Jameson and lemonade with a little bit of club soda.
Nice.
And then I've got a version of a lemon drop.
Look at that.
So that's larger. I got my sugar rim, got fancy here.
That's awesome.
And then just in case it gets crazy, I've got a cider on backup.
Oh, you never know. Like we went through a lot last Friday, and you just never know, really. I have
gotta
Modelo.
Be more prepared than Mike was.
Yeah, Mike was not prepared, and Sabrina called him out. I have a Modelo tonight, and I also have a Jumbo. Like I did it last week because it's so easy to drink, and it goes down fast. It's good for shots. But I got a Jumbo sake right here, hot sake, and if I run out of this one, I got a backup bottle right here. So there's no messing around here tonight. Hopefully Sabrina gets back in here. I don't know. We kind of lost her for a second.
No,
but
we lost.
Yeah, she said she'd be right back, and it's been a hot second. So it must be something with her microphone. But she'll be back. If not, it'll be Rachel and myself drinking a lot. Here's two. Maybe it'll be the two of us. I don't know. But it's Friday, so who cares? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Kruse Control. Drink them if you have them. Drink them if you have them. And now, as always, hopefully she appears, but it's time for some breaking news. All right, time to dive right in. There's a lot going on. The very first thing I want to talk about, of course, huge hit, The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Now it's going away, everybody. This is the very last season. This is it. 5th and final season of the Emmy Award-winning show. April 14th, this starts back up with 3 episodes. They're dropping 3 right away. And we last saw her. She's trying to find her way, right? So this last season apparently is going to be a time where she's going to be ready to go forward and fight for her ascent to stardom, equipped with her quick wit and sharp tongue and nothing else to lose. So I never really watched this show. I started watching the first season. I love Tony Shalhoub, and I love her, actually. I think she's really funny in this. But unfortunately, I haven't watched the whole thing. And this was for Sabrina, too, because she's watched all of this. And so this was her opportunity to shine. And I was like, well, now she's not here, so I don't know what's happening. Rachel, have you seen this before? Before we dive into more, I just want to know.
I can't carry the ball here. I haven't watched this show yet.
This was Sabrina's moment. Sabrina's missing out on this. I don't know what to say. Sorry, Sabrina.
It's a show that would suit the things that I like. I'm really into period pieces. I like, funny women are always an amazing feature of a show. So I'll watch it after they wrap it up, I guess. I'll just kind of binge it all at once.
Yeah, and that's sometimes the best way to do it, right? If you can't, watch it while it's on, you wait till it's done. I remember with Game of Thrones, I wait till the last season was on, and then I watched it all, and I just freaking loved it. I got right into it, so that was a lot of fun. So if you love the show, it's coming out for the last season. Enjoy it while it's here, and unfortunately, it's going away, but it's had a good run. It's had a great run. So good. I'm happy for the cast and the crew and everybody else that's been involved with it. It's been a great run. But with that coming and going away, something else that's coming back. And here's the funny thing about it. It hasn't even started. And what am I talking about? Crapopolis. I'm talking about Crapopolis. What a name, right? So Crapopolis is a new show for Fox, and they're expecting it to be the next Simpsons, they're saying, or the next Family Guy. They're already saying that they expect it to be so funny that they're going to sign on for multiple seasons right off the bat. Now, the first season hasn't even aired, and they said they already signed up for up to season 3. That's right, it's 3 seasons before one episode's aired, and they actually delayed the first season. So the first season's not even going to come out until like 2023, 2024 season, which is insane that you haven't even aired anything. You're like, let's just give it a chance. So Crapopolis. And if you're wondering, well, what's so big about this show? Well, this show is set in mythological ancient Greece and tells the story of a dysfunctional family of humans, gods, and monsters as they're trying their hand at running the world's first cities. Crapopolis. Before we had anything, they lived in crap. Well, they lived in shitty buildings. And,
I am so excited for this show.
I am too. I mean, the fact that it's written by one of the Rick and Morty creators, of course.
So
and
it's got Dan Harmon is the main showrunner for it, and he not only did Rick and Morty but Community, which is one of my favorite shows. And it's got Richard Adelaide from the IT Crowd.
Yes.
And Matt Berry, who is amazing in everything he does. So I hadn't heard about this show before today, but now I absolutely cannot wait for it to come out. I will watch every season of it that they create.
I mean, the fact that they believe in it that much, too, and it sounds like they have the right people, and they were saying that it looks awful.
No, Lexi has no taste. Just ignore her.
Lexi, it is called Crapopolis.
Excuse you. I am with Lexi. This looks like shit. It looks like Crapopolis. So go, Lexi. I'll drink to that.
The people behind it are so good, though. I'm not drinking to that, Lexi.
I'm drinking to anything. So, yeah, it's called Crapopolis. So, yeah, I know. But they said that they have the right people behind it. Actually, one of the main guys who plays one of the gods, he was in. It was a really bad Ben Stiller movie that we watched where there's like aliens, and they're in a Costco, and he's actually. Remember that movie, Sabrina?
I really didn't hate that movie. I really found a new actor that I like really well. Is that one of the voices?
He's one of the main characters. Yeah, he's one of the main characters.
I'll watch it just for a split second.
Richard Ayoade. I can't say it. I butchered his. Every time I butcher a name, I'm going to do a shot. Ayoade, here we go, buddy. This is for you. That's definitely not how you say your last name.
Shots when you butcher names, you're going to be fucked up in a minute, bro.
Agreed.
I probably butchered it too. I can never say his name right, but he is amazing. He was in the IT Crowd.
He's so funny.
Good.
I love it.
What was that? I'm going to see what that movie was.
But the fact that it was called like The Visitors or the Watch. It was called The Watch. The Watch was called The Watch. Yeah, because they were the neighborhood watch. Yeah,
it was not terrible.
Jackets.
A lot of laughs.
Vince Vaughn was great in that movie. I'll say. Still, I love me some Vince Vaughn.
Vince always great. I have zero problems with Vince Vaughn, honestly, except for the fact that he holds up production. But not my circus, not my monkey.
Yeah. But the fact that this is called. Well, the fact that this is actually picked up for 3 seasons right off the bat is insane to me. The fact they believe in it that much, and they said we have the right people behind it, the right voices, the right characters, the right actors, the right crew, the right writers. It's perfect. So they believe it's going to be a big show. So they're just, before one episode airs and delays, they're still like, fuck it, three seasons, let's do this shit. So
to be fair, they can always take that away. They were supposed to do 5 seasons of Westworld. They only did 4. Like, I mean, I know,
but they never announced that though.
Really bad.
Never announced 5 seasons though.
After a while, the first season of Westworld, excellent. Second season was pretty good, and then it just kept going downhill from there.
You know why I got back? Because I stopped working on it after season 2, so it went downhill. So that was it.
It's true. Brian wasn't there anymore. The quality went to shit. It was bad.
I have 2 words for you.
Superior acting skills. Being dead, Teddy. Superior.
I watched that show just for Tandy Newton. She was fucking spectacular, and I really wanted her. They just dug her up at the end. I really want to know how much ass she was going to kick in the next season. I will say that.
So, come on, darling. I can't do it.
My biggest. You did an accent. Now we all have Brian.
Good old Tandy Newton. She's awesome.
My biggest concern with the show is that Dan Harmon is not known to work under stress very well.
Oh.
And with losing Justin Roiland on Rick and Morty, he's now heading that show by himself. And he has the Community movie that's in production this year.
It's a lot of work.
He's got 3 massive projects on his plate, and I hope he can handle it.
Maybe that's why this is delayed too. It could be why it's delayed, so he has more time.
If he knows how to delegate and he has a good team, I think that there's hope.
Well, speaking of Crapopolis, I want to talk about The Best Man. So The Best Man, I saw this trailer and I wanted it to be good. Everybody, I wanted it to be good. I saw Luke. I mean, if you see the image on the poster right now, you got Luke Wilson and you got Dolph Lundgren, and I'm like, and they're both holding semi-automatic rifles. I mean, it looks hilarious to me. I watched the trailer. It looks like absolute trash. It really does. It debuts in theaters digitally and throughout video on demand on April 21st. And the whole premise is when a team of ruthless mercenaries violently seize control of a resort hotel, former special ops soldiers attending the best friend's wedding must rely only on their wits and their training to combat the terrorists and save the hostages held by ransom. Yeah. I saw the trailer though. If you watch the trailer, anybody out there, if you go on YouTube and watch it, it looks like dog shit. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Maybe that's just me. But it looks like crap to me. And I mean, I like Luke. I think he's doing too much. Maybe he does some great stuff. But I mean, he's with Dolph Lundgren. What do you expect? Dolph is kind of doing whatever. He's like, I'll fucking take any job. So, yeah. I just gotta say, Crapopolis right there. And something else that probably will be Crapopolis on top of that is the Starsky and Hutch reboot that's coming. That's right. Starsky and Hutch is doing another show. Now, the last one with, of course, like I said, our boy Ben Stiller. Is he a friend of the show? I don't think so.
No,
Sabrina's going to
say no. He is not.
Sabrina's going to say not a friend of the show. He was really nice to me when I worked with him. He was really nice. So he's a
horrible person, and I have backup on that. I'm not the only person who said it. So you're out. We're in.
He can be my side piece of the show. How about that? He's. I
think I just threw up in my mouth.
Good old Ben Stiller, everybody. So
Starsky and Hutch. That. He's doing a commercial for Pepsi, by the way, and I know for a fact that he drinks Diet Coke with no ice, and he wants to be a dick about it. So I don't know what that's about.
That commercial is pretty bad. He's like, "Am I acting or am I telling the truth?"
He's acting because he hates Pepsi. That's what's happening.
See, and now I automatically hate him because Pepsi is the better of the two beverages.
I agree.
No, I'm more of a Coke person. I'm always more of a Coke person.
Pepsi is the official drink of Kruse Control.
I don't know about that. I mean, I drink Coca-Cola. That's kind of my thing. Cherry Coke eventually. I love cherry Coke. Vanilla Coke I actually drink too, even though it's
like cough syrup. Oh, your drink looks so good, Rachel.
I love vanilla Coke too, even though it's made out of beaver anus juice. I still like it.
Dude, excuse me. May I just have one quick moment?
Yes.
Coke, if you put it like on a bumper, it will clean rust off of it. So
put it in my stomach.
Maybe Coke's not the best, and any flavored Coke tastes like cough syrup. So I'm just saying you're outnumbered, and also Rachel, your beverage looks delicious.
It does. Well, Starsky and Hutch, everybody. So they're doing a twist this time for Starsky and Hutch, just so you know. So they're going to do a female cast this time. So they're changing it up a little bit. They're like, it's going to be
about Ghostbusters me, y'all. Don't do it.
It will revolve around 2 female detectives, Sasha Starsky and Nicole Hutchinson. The duo solve crimes in an offbeat town of Desert City while trying to stay true to their friendship, their awesomeness, and somehow also trying to unravel the mystery behind who sent their fathers to prison 15 years ago for a crime they didn't commit. That's right, 1-hour drama.
This is a terrible call. There's no audience for a Starsky and Hutch reboot to begin with. And whatever audience there is going to be like 60, 70-year-old men who are going to be furious that it's little girls.
Yeah, I know. Where's GR at tonight?
Like, why do they keep
Where the fuck is GR tonight?
Where's GR?
I want to see what GR
about
fancy
this.
stuff. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. I mean, maybe they'll find a way to make it good. I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody was asking for this, Lexi. Nobody.
No. And women are asking for more roles, not more shitty roles. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. Like, nobody gives a flying fuck about Starsky and Hutch, and nobody wants to see why don't you make a different funny movie with 2 women detectives? Like, why does it have to center around this bullshit?
They're playing off a brand. They feel like they have a built-in audience.
They're setting them up for failure. They're setting women up for failure, and I don't appreciate that. Boom, said it.
But I feel like they expect that people will watch it, and then hopefully when people actually watch this show, their acting skills and their talent will shine through, and people won't care that it's not the OG Starsky and Hutch.
Look, you can only shine a piece of shit so much. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would love it to work. It would be great if it works. I mean, it seems like it's setting it up to be like kind of a sequel to the original. Maybe they'll try to bring back the OG ones and be like, see, it's their fathers. Who knows? Something else that's coming back, though, is Prehistoric Planet. Now, I don't know why I even want to talk about this tonight, just because I saw...
Dick Van Dyke?
No. It's David Attenborough. Just because David Attenborough's like the man for all the voiceover stuff. So Apple TV Plus is bringing a season 2 of Prehistoric Planet. And the reason I want to talk about this is I love fucking dinosaurs. That's just my world. I love dinosaurs. If you watch the first season... Oh, man. Oh. I'd probably Stegosaurus. Yeah.
I thought you were going to give me a T-Rex.
No. Is that an
I'm a pterodactyl kind of guy.
Is that an impression?
That's an impression.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know. So anyways, this is coming back. They did one season. It aired last May. The new season airs May 22nd. And it's by the same people from the first season, of course. The new series will allow viewers to learn more about new dinosaurs, as well as make a return of species previously covered in the first season. So it's coming back. David Attenborough's coming back again. Only 5 episodes.
I literally was like, new dinosaurs.
I knew I was saying. See, I have to drink because I said his name wrong. That's what I do. That's why I need people to help me correct how I talk, because I can't say words. Words aren't good with me.
Brian, you're an actor.
I know words don't work well with me sometimes. It's like the word quickly. I hate the word quickly. I see. I'm already struggling. Quickly. It fucking sucks.
You're giving me a cool whip right now, bro.
Something else that's also prehistoric because it's been in development for 1,000,000 years is the new movie, the new Western thriller called The Thicket, which is coming to Tubi. Now, The Thicket is with Peter Dinklage.
Angry elf.
Yeah, he's an angry elf. So Peter Dinklage.
You put some respect on Peter Dinklage. Jesus.
I love him. But Sabrina always calls him Angry Elf.
He was on Elf. He ran across the table and tackled Will Ferrell. He is forever Angry Elf in my book. I'm sorry. He could be a Targaryen or whatever the fuck he was on Game of Thrones. He could be, I mean, he's been in 1,000,000 movies and I love him to death, but he will always be Angry Elf to me. I do not care. With the little book that they found and the asparagus that was self-conscious about the way its pee smelled. Like, I can't.
He's an angry elf.
Ever forget that as long as I live. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with him. Elf.
Yeah. Well, well, The Thicket, everybody. The Thicket is going to Tubi, and Tubi is also venturing into making their own movies now, of course. So this is going forward. But Peter Dinklage has been signed on this for a decade. For a decade, he's been trying to do this movie. But there have been problems with production companies signing on, signing off. The last time it was supposed to move forward was in 2020. February 2020, they were supposed to start production. Something happened. What happened to stop that? Yeah, we all know. So anyways, that got stopped. It got pushed aside again. He was pissed. He's been wanting to play this forever. But this is set at the turn of a century. The Thicket follows an innocent young man. His name is Jack, who goes on an epic quest to rescue his sister, as she's been kidnapped by the violent killer Cutthroat Bill and her gang. Now, to save her, Jack enlists the help of a crafty bounty hunter named Reginald, who's played by who? Peter Dinklage.
Angry Elf.
Yes, a grave-digging alcoholic son of an ex-slave. What? Peter Dinklage? And an ex-slave and a street-smart prostitute. So the gang gets together, they go to this unknown chaos rain realm, and they try to battle them off to get back his sister. So that's the premise.
The guy from Metallica is in this. What?
Lars?
Is it Lars? Is Lars in this shit?
God, I forgot which one, but one of the guys from Metallica, I was reading the article you sent, or in this, I can't imagine a single member of Metallica in a period piece.
Are you kidding me? I feel like a Western would be very good for Metallica.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, like, he's been trying to do this for years, like 10 years, you know, and the fact that he's really want to do this, and I mean, it sounds okay, but to me, I'm like, this is your, like your swan song. This is like what you've been wanting forever. This is like your drive, you know, like I want to do The Thicket so bad. I don't know.
It's James Hetfield who actually fits the best into a Western motif.
It might be fantastic. It might be.
I'm not
Is he
really
apt?
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't have a tremendous part, but I don't know, like, artists are artists, and a lot of times they can be interchangeable. Like a lot of, musicians are actors, and actors are musicians, and artists, and you know what I mean? Like and by artists, I know I said that already. I mean like actual artists who draw and paint and things of such. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people with the
Actual
creative
artists.
side of the brain do I mean, because if you literally are drawing on the street, you're an artist. Like that's I'm an actor. There is a playwright. Like we're all in the arts, but like a true artist in my mind is a someone who paints or draws or works with a medium to create things materialistically. What's the word? Tangibly. Thank you.
Tangible.
So drink to that. So I feel like it's very possible that he could be good. I'm not a Western fan, and this sounds like a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The fact that though, here's what I will give it this: the fact that it's been 10 years. Well, I'm getting warm. The fact that it's been 10 years. I feel like it's got to be a great script. It has to be a great script. The fact that Peter Dinklage, like that fool chooses his stuff. He really does, and he has a great art to him.
Hold on. He's been trying to do this, so maybe he just wants to play a bounty hunter, and this is his avenue. Maybe it's not amazing. Maybe he's just like, I want to be a bounty hunter, and this is the way I'm going to do it. And maybe it's not great. So
I love Lexi saying this sounds awful again. Lexi's like, fuck this.
We're very much on the same page. I'm with her.
She's like, give me some good stuff. You want to hear some good stuff, Lexi? Here's some good stuff. It's time for a Kruse Control sidebar. If you're doing your taxes, everybody, you got till October to do it. Just saying.
Oh. Wait, really?
I just love this fun because it's for like good information. So federally, and if you live in California, state too, they have pushed taxes deadline till October. Now, they initially pushed because of, they're saying just to give people more time because of the pandemic again, because it's taken a long time. The traditional
IRS
deadline.
Can't get their shit together.
People can't get their shit together. They moved it to May initially, but now they're saying October. And then Newsom came out, good old Newsom, good old Gavin said, we're going to follow along with the U.S. government and we're going to let it be October as well. That's not a Newsom.
I don't even know what that was.
That's a horrible Newsom.
I don't know. A wrestler Newsom. Like
I was just trying something. So 44 California counties started it, but now it's there's also other places in the world. But I'm just saying Los Angeles
in the world.
In the country.
States.
Anyways, that's what's happening. And if you don't do your taxes, you go to jail. And then that's not good either, right? Like Wesley Snipes.
Hold on. I'm literally, if I get arrested, I'm going to blame Kruse Control. Like if I don't have to file an extension because I'm going to be here until after tax day, I'm good.
Nope,
I can just
you're good till October.
Please don't take legal advice from the Kruse Control show.
Oh no,
especially on the drinking night.
As my evidence for the audience. Excuse me, Joe Biden. I just want you to know that I took Brian's advice on Kruse Control.
Joe Biden.
He told me I did not have to file my taxes until October. That was an impression of my Rudolph drink. Oh, you did drink. Okay, I
drank. Yeah. No, it came out. They're saying you have till October now. Now, initially it was only federally, but then I said the Newsom said you got till October too for us. So
friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Gavin Newsom.
The Newsom. He called him the Newsom. I mean,
the Noose.
That's
the Noose is on next Thursday, everybody. The Noose is on next Thursday. So anyways,
he's having a meeting with Dave later. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. They're drinking buddies. Anyways, so if you don't do your taxes, you go to jail, and maybe the president, like Joe Biden, will get mad at you, just like Robert De Niro is going to be our next president in the movie or the show, I should say, 0 Day. Now, this is the first time that
what a name.
I know, right? It's a Netflix show, and this is the first time that De Niro is on a TV show. Everybody, very first time. All these older actors are going to this because, of course, first time being a series regular, I should say, being a series regular. He might have been on a TV show doing a pop-in, being like, hey, let me open the door for you. And then out. But no, this is his first time as a series regular. And this has been happening more and more. Like we had Harrison Ford been talking about, been doing TV like a madman recently. Well, De Niro's he's opening that door. He's going to TV. It's a limited series for Netflix. It's a political thriller where he's playing a former president. And the premise is, and I heard this premise and I said, guys, give me something more. But here's what they say. 0 Day asks the question on everyone's mind. How do we find truth in a world in crisis? One seemingly being torn apart by forces outside our control. And in an era rife with conspiracy theory and subterfuge. How much of these forces are products of our own doing, perhaps even our own imagining? That's what you got? Like, what is that fucking... that's what you can give me for this? You got De Niro, and that's what you got for me? Anyways.
Whoever wrote that blurb,
it was good.
It must be good that De Niro signed on.
I feel like Elaine Bennis wrote that in her catalog. Like, I feel like they hired an Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld to, like, jot that up really quick because it's a terrible fucking description.
Yeah, I don't know. But the fact that De Niro's doing TV was the big thing for me. I'm like, he's going in, he's doing a main part, he's going to be a regular, that's big. And then it's been happening more and more and more because TV is becoming like film. It just is. There's a lot of good stuff that's more cinematic than ever. It actually like bleeds into great scripts that are awesome, that have depth and substance, you know? And so these actors are being pulled to TV. The downside is though, fuck the working actor, you know, who used to make their living on TV, that had an opportunity to grow and start there and actually branch off into bigger things. Now they're losing all these jobs. That's the trade-off though.
The working actor got fucked a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the shows these film actors are going towards tend to be on like the prestige channels, like HBO, Showtime, all those sort of like upper level, and then Disney also Plus. The streaming services. So I think it's like this weird middle ground between television and film where yes, it's a series, but you're getting these film actors because it's more of a prestige series than like a network or cable television.
Which is cool. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it does leave like you don't see De Niro doing a CW show. You know what I mean?
No.
Can you imagine him like on the CW? What was that movie? That show we talked about?
Even mentioning that.
Gotham Knights. De Niro. Gotham Knights. Here he comes in.
That is offensive.
Commissioner Gordon. Robert De Niro on Gotham Knights live on the CW. 1,300 episodes. No, it's not happening. You know. You know,
I mean, you've got Danny DeVito on Always Sunny, and that's really the only kind of
that was awesome
show I can think of that has a major actor.
Yeah,
Sabrina's got. I'm giving Sabrina a single on this one. Sabrina can talk about this shit all day.
What?
No.
What am I talking about?
About DeVito. You worked on Sunny.
He's amazing. I did work on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He is amazing.
She stood in it for years.
I made him meatballs and sausage and sauce, and I brought it to work one day because he used to break my balls all the time. I was Italian, and I still haven't brought him sauce. So I made him this whole giant vat of sauce, and I brought it in all these containers, and I gave it to him in the morning. And then when I saw him next, they were miking him, and he was singing my praises, and the boom op was like, wow, that really has to feel good, doesn't it? And I was like, it sure does. And then later on, I got in the van with his driver, and she was like, I told that motherfucker that I wanted at least one fucking bite, and he wouldn't save me anything. He finished it all. I'm like, he ate all of it? She was like, all of it. And I was like, holy fucking shit. He was such a sweetheart, such an amazing fucking person. And also on the front of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I acted on an episode called The Great Recession, not to plug myself or anything, but they do it, and It's Always Sunny podcast. And the last episode, they were talking about that episode, and they mentioned me, and that I had a wonderful, authentic Philly accent.
It was awesome.
It really boosted my my ego for about 6 minutes. So
you beat me to it. I was going to say that shit right now. You beat me to it. Yeah, it was pretty great. It was pretty great, Rachel. It was out of nowhere too. If you watch that podcast they do, I know they were talking about shooting an episode actually in Philly, and then the host said, I think she's a guest. She's like, "Where'd you get that waitress? Like that server? She was fantastic. Like, did you local hire her?"
Authentic Philly accent. Yeah. And then they were like,
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and then they no, that was just Caitlin Stanton. And then they showed the clip, which. It was just pretty. It was pretty awesome.
It was Brian's cut of the clip.
It was my cut
because he did my reel.
It was from her reel.
Put it on IMDb. So
because I spliced it a certain way.
Yeah, they used Brian's clip from IMDb so that they could showcase the Philly accent, and then they were all having a hard time remembering where I was from. And they're like, "She must have been from Philly." Well, I think she might have been from Jersey. And Charlie was like, "Well, I don't know. She nailed it." And then he talked about me for a minute. We moved on. It was pretty awesome. I got a lot of texts and Instagram messages, even though I don't even go on there, and stuff about it. It was a pretty cool moment. Like I said,
That's
it gave me a real boost of confidence for about 6 minutes. So I appreciated those 6 minutes. And now I have 1 more minute of it because I'm remembering it.
It's pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. I mean, they're great people.
Such amazing people, yeah. And Danny's great. I mean, he wasn't on there, but they're all great. Caitlin's great. It's such a great group over there. I was blessed to work on that show, honestly.
And even though that's fantastic, I'm going to tell you something that's not fantastic is the new Hellboy movie. I'm already not going to be excited about this. So we talked about this for a long time. Segue. I'm going to take a drink. So the new Hellboy is coming up.
Is that Christopher Maloney's son? Like, who is that guy?
Honestly, I look at this guy and you see his face and it's like, I feel like I've seen him somewhere, but apparently he was in Deadpool 2. And that's his claim to fame. He played, what was his part? Oh God, I'll hold on. Let me get into it for a second. So, Deadpool 2 star, his name is Jack Casey. He's going to be cast as Hellboy. So, Jack Casey is Hellboy now. He's our new Hellboy. The reboot is called The Crooked Man. And we will see Hellboy stranded in the 1950s rural area with a rookie agent.
Hellboy?
Yep, a period piece.
I'm not mad at it.
1950. Well, if you're gonna do it different, right, Rachel? Do it different. So okay. So he's in this 1950s town. They discover what is it? Spider-Man. They discover a small community haunted by witches, led by a local devil with a troubling connection to Hellboy's past, the Crooked Man. They're gonna start shooting in the coming months. Brian Taylor, who directed the Crank movie, which I like Crank a lot actually, he's directing this. This guy, okay, so he did 12 Strong and he was on Baywatch. He was also a series regular on Claws, which I never heard, and The Strain, which I like The Strain. He was a pretty good show. I don't remember him from that. But he was also best known for playing Black Tom in Deadpool 2, which I don't remember Black Tom. I don't remember Black Tom. But so he's gonna be a new Hellboy. And for me, I'm like, why? I mean, Crank was great. Yeah, Lexi, I'm gonna drink to that shit. Crank was awesome. The first one was good.
Jason Statham, right? Jason Statham.
Oh hell yeah, so good.
I love that motherfucker.
So good. He was great in that. Crank is great. The action, the pace, the way they shot it, it was awesome. So if they do this movie like that, I think Hellboy might have a chance. Like Rachel said, for me, I'm like, well, at least it's a period piece, so it's different. If you're gonna do it different. The last one I didn't think was that bad with freaking Hopper from Stranger Things. I mean, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad. You know, Ron Perlman did a great job.
Or a series?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
But this won't be.
I'll try it too. It might be shit. It might be great, but they're gonna start shooting in a few months.
I will run from it. No, I'll wait for Black Tom. By the way, I googled it. He was in the prison for like 4 minutes. Like he can go fuck himself.
And that's his claim to fame.
Though, he did look like a young Christopher Maloney. You know, happy.
He does.
Oh yeah,
right, like a young Christopher Maloney.
Yeah.
But I am sorry, Christopher Maloney, if you're watching, which I hope you are.
He's
You're
awesome.
One of my favorite actors of all time. You're amazing.
Friend of the show.
You do crazy so good, and I love your procedural work, sir. I don't mean to offend you with this.
And Happy was great.
Bullshit. To say,
Rachel, you ever see Happy? You ever see Happy, Rachel?
Yeah, we saw the first season of Happy.
The first
Don't watch a second.
Epic.
Don't watch a second.
Season was
Don't watch
okay.
All right, cool. We'll just call it dead after the first season.
The first season was.
It just goes down the rabbit hole too far, you know.
With the fluffy things, with Sunny's little like Teletubby people, it was too much. But the first season I watched it in one fucking night. I was wrapping Christmas presents for work. Like I had to go to work and I gave the entire crew Christmas presents. Like, from little things to depending upon who you were. But like I went to work like Santa fucking Claus and I was up the entire night. Doing presents.
Time for a shot.
I literally was like, what the fuck? Okay, cheers. I literally was like, what the fuck is this? And I just put it on like to pass time or just to have on in the background. And I literally watched the entire season while I was wrapping presents. And then I slept for 0 minutes, took a shower, got Christmased out, put some reindeer ears on, and then standed my way to work. Ho, 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 here's my drink.
And I woke up and said, what happened?
You were like, are you still awake? And I was like, yes. I am being Santa. Because everything, of course, was from both of us while I stayed up, watched Happy, and did all the work. However, I found Happy that night, and it was worth it.
Everybody out there watching, we're definitely going over tonight. Just going to say that right now.
It's Friday. There's no time limits on Friday.
There's no time limit on Friday. The show ends when it ends, when we're out of liquor. So, something else that is happening, again, a reboot. Another reboot, of course, because we love reboots in Hollywood. I want to talk about the Haunted Mansion. So they just released a teaser for this. It's it's definitely a teaser because most of it is this guy walking through a hallway and the paintings keep changing behind him. Then like bam, bam, this happens, this happens, this happens. Dan DeVito being awesome. This happens, this happens. Dan DeVito be awesome. That's pretty much the whole trailer. But it comes out July 28th. The Haunted Mansion. The film is based on the ride, of course, that debuted at Disneyland in 1969. Comedic horror.
Nice.
And it takes place. So the plot pretty much is that a woman who is Lakeith, how do you say her name, Sabrina? No, it's Rosario Dawson. I'm way off. Rosario Dawson moves into this house, right? With her son. She's like, oh, son, we're in this nice little house. It's going to be a lovely time. And then they move in the house, and these ghosts are like, rrr, and then she's like, fuck my life. So what she do? She hires all the people to come in and try to get rid of the ghosts. I'll drink after I'm done with this explanation.
She calls Owen Wilson.
She calls Owen Wilson. Yes, she does. She calls Owen Wilson because Owen Wilson is, wow, it's going to be a good movie. I need a good movie. It's because my other one sucked. No, his brother's movie. Sorry, that's his brother's movie.
You kind of sound like Jennifer Coolidge.
Wow, that sounds good. Yeah. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis is in this. Jared Leto's in this.
What? Jamie Lee Curtis is in it?
Yeah. She has a whiff.
Jared Leto?
They both have whiffs with Jamie Lee Curtis, with Jared Leto. Dan Levy's in it too.
What?
Dan Levy's in this shit. Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson, Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson. So there's a lot of people in this.
People for me to be angry anymore.
This is going to be so much better than their last attempt at a Haunted Mansion movie.
The Eddie Murphy one?
The last attempt was just pathetic. It was bad.
Yeah. I watched it not too long ago for the first time, the Eddie Murphy one, and I was like, I like Eddie Murphy, but it just was like
I love Eddie Murphy.
It was too kid, like it was like we're doing a movie for kids as opposed to just doing a good movie, And so I think
is this one still, is Guillermo del Toro still doing this one?
I don't think so.
At some point to do a Haunted Mansion.
What? Really?
Yeah, I didn't see him attach anything I saw about it. I mean, we do like a little bit IMDb check maybe, but I didn't see him attached to it. Sabrina, get on that shit. That's lovely. So
don't boss me, bro. I said volunteered.
But I saw this and I was like,
Jesus, this cast is insane.
The cast is great. And I think that if it's done right, and it seems like they're actually trying to make this movie.
Ryan Gosling, you didn't mention.
Well, there's a lot of people in this freaking movie.
Winona Ryder?
Ooh.
Also another person you didn't mention? Hold on, let me look at this cast.
Rachel, you watched the trailer. Are you excited about this movie? Do you think it looks good? And what are your initial thoughts after seeing the trailer?
I think it looks better, like I said, than the last attempt at a Haunted Mansion film. Do I think it's necessary? Probably not. I don't like that they're trying to make rides based on their attractions that were just kind of there without IP, like the Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion. I don't feel like they need to have a ride attached behind it. And even Pirates of the Caribbean, even though that was a massively successful franchise, I don't think it was necessary in the first place.
Yeah. But they're looking for stuff. Well. They're like
maybe this will be the next Pirates of the Caribbean, and we'll get fucking 8 movies of it, and only the first 3 will be decent.
That would be awesome.
The first Pirates of the Caribbean was amazing.
If it actually was that good, that would be awesome. But like Pirates was it's a rare bird, that movie though. Like the fact that it worked that well on the cast. But then again, what did it start with? A great cast, right? It started with a great cast and a great script. Now what we've seen from the trailer is not much, so we don't really know if it has a great script. But we know it has a great cast. We've just been saying that. So hopefully it does, and they actually give it a good shot. The cool thing I read about this was that they actually shot it at the Haunted Mansion that is the ride, actually. They shot it like the exteriors and stuff. It's like the actual Haunted Mansion. That's kind of cool. So if you've ever been there, that's the place.
Did they do the one in California or the one in Florida?
Ooh, I think it was Florida. Because
they look completely different. They've got different themes going on.
Do you know what they look like?
I will pop over to
the
Florida.
The one in California is like white with a lot of columns. The one in Florida is more, I think it's more of a pinkish tan color, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's not pinkish tan. It's definitely the white one, yes. So it's...
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the one here.
The OG.
It's the OG. Yeah, you gotta do the OG, right? But
Lexi, I would love to know the same question. However, with this star-studded cast, I'm very confused, and I'm going to watch this piece of shit anyway, because I can't... I feel like there has to be some potential. If all of these people signed on to it, there has to be some potential.
You would think so.
Did we ever see if Guillermo is attached to it? Friend of the show?
He is not. He is not.
Okay. Friend of the show.
I thought you meant, when you said Guillermo, I thought you meant Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, I didn't see his name. But no, Guillermo del Toro is not.
No, he was in the Little Mermaid musical number. That's what he was in. He was that starfish dancing, you know?
Oh, we would have forgotten that.
That was his big Disney day. We were watching that randomly. I don't know why. But like it just like came on or something. I don't know. He's like, "Is that Guillermo?" And I was like, "No, it can't be." And then we were around, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's fucking Guillermo!" Like
I'm like that. Totally Guillermo.
And Shaggy was wearing like a red leather jacket.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm Sebastian. Yo, man. I literally was like, I can't.
It wasn't me.
And for in the first place, I was like, I don't know how I missed this. And in the second place, I was like, I'm glad I did. Like it was a lot of things.
Yeah, it was a lot, but. I think it could be good though. It could be good. You know, honestly, the fact that they're giving it an opportunity to like cast people right. Then again, it could be a thing like look at the cast, like Rosario Dawson.
Lexi had a good point in the chat. If you could pop that comment on the screen about cats.
Oh, what about cats? The butthole version?
Oh, it's all the way at the bottom.
I still want to see the butthole version.
But
Release the butthole version.
Terrible source material.
Yeah,
Cats was the worst fucking musical.
But it's
I've
also
ever
a
seen
musical,
in my life.
And musicals suck balls.
Terrible. No, musicals are great. Cats.
You think musicals are great,
terrible.
but most of America doesn't.
Hey, this is where Rachel and I agree on a lot of stuff here. So when it comes to musicals, it's this side of the room. It's this side of the room.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'm not going to cry about it. However,
Cats has never been my thing. Like honestly, I tried so hard.
Cats on Broadway was fucking stupid as shit. So you're gonna make it a movie, and it's also gonna be stupid as shit.
Fucking stupid. And
so how are you gonna make a movie?
Lost his damn mind making that movie.
But it was like
look at the cast for Cats, though. Fantastic Cats.
Right. Did you say Fantastic Cats?
I said Fantastic Cats. That's what I said. You caught me. You caught me in that shit.
Or was that a fuck up? Okay, I need to know.
No, it's a fuck up. It's a good fuck up. It works.
Roll with it.
Roll with that shit. Punny way.
I'm just saying.
But the thing is, you have a fantastic cast, right? But you have shit material, right? It doesn't. You can't polish a turd. You can't polish a turd with that.
You can't polish a turd.
Hold on. My point is, Cats on Broadway also sucked. You know what I'm saying?
That's what me and Brian are saying. You can't polish
a little bit different.
Right.
You're comparing this to that. Like I feel like this cast has a better chance to make to make
That's
something.
Exactly my point.
Wait, what do you mean?
The source material is here.
No, we're 100% with you.
The source material here.
100% with you.
The source material for Cats was shit. I'm disagreeing with Lexi.
And take a drink.
You need to take a drink, because we're 100% with you. The source material sucks nuts. It sucks bad.
Together. As
they would say in high
school musical.
My bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were arguing with me.
I will still say it though. Release the butthole edition.
No, nobody
do it now.
Hashtag butthole.
It has no source.
Hashtag butthole cut. It cuts deep. Anyways, speaking of ghosts and scariness and all that shit, I want to talk about Scream 6 for a second. So Scream 6 is coming out, everybody. I know, we're already at 6 apparently. So Scream 6 released a promo right now with who? The cast of Reno 911. And at first they were pitching it as a crossover thing, but it's really just they hired the cast to come in from Reno 911 to kind of do a promo for the actual movie. Come in, they're doing the same way. They're in their office, they're shooting it the same way. Same people, they're joking about like their normal lives. And then they say, well, there's this new serial killer out there. And then he shows a picture of himself in like some skibbies. And he's like, oh, that's my aspiration picture. And then he pulls up the picture of actual Ghostface. And they're like, huh. And they realize that Ghostface is in New York. So like, who fucking cares? I'm going to go eat some burritos and call my mom.
Who fucking cares is my question.
You know? I know Lexi, or not Lexi, oh my God, Rachel. Anyways.
Same house, wrong bitch.
Same bitch. Brian's been drinking too much already. Anyways, Scream 6, Reno 911 crossover. It's not a crossover though. So what happened was they put this promo out there, right? And the promo is like, it's funny. It's really fucking funny. It is. And the fact they got everybody to come back for it's great. And it's good publicity for this. Movie's coming out on March 10th. So they're getting some publicity, like building up. If you're a Reno 911 fan, of course, you're going to be excited to watch this now because they brought your favorite cast members back. I mean, Tom here, he's a great guy. He's awesome. He's funny. Sometimes I hate him. Sometimes I love him. He's a great guy, though. But they're doing that. And also on top of that, they had people going around all these big cities dressed in the Ghostface mask and the outfit, scaring people, like walking around. People are like, what the fuck is Ghostface doing in my town? They were in St. Louis. They were in New Orleans. They were in Sonoma. They've been all over the place.
Drink.
They've been all.
He's not even going for the glass anymore. He's just going straight out the carafe.
They've been everywhere. They've been everywhere, right? And so let me just tell you the premise of Scream 6, though, before I get any further. So Scream 6 will follow the survivors of the latest Woodsboro massacre as they move to the big city, hoping to bury their traumatized past. Unfortunately, they'll soon meet a new kind of ghost face as a dangerous killer takes up the mantle to slay every survivor from previous movies.
What is this, Final Destination?
It's Final Destination, Rachel. It kind of is. So, anyways, it was fun to do this little promo.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't paying attention to you. I was doing chat stuff.
Sabrina! I'm going to call you somebody's name that's not yours soon.
I'm admitting it. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I mean, the way that you're going, it's pretty fucking normal.
Kruse Control is going a little already hinged.
Yeah,
we're at topic number 1 right now, and we're
fucked.
We're fucked.
But when you say Final Destination, like, do you mean they're skipping death, or do you mean like it's traveling from one person to another?
Like, he's killing all the survivors.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally,
so everyone who survived is being killed. I would be far more interested if it was an actual Final Destination movie, which they are making another one of those. And
I actually really enjoyed those movies. Stop with that. I really fucking did. I enjoyed them. I thought they were
It's a guilty pleasure.
I don't think it was a guilty pleasure. I'll admit it.
I feel no guilt. I love it fully.
Yeah, me too.
It's like
listening to Taylor Swift and singing, I see out too late. And you're like, oh my God, I'm 43. Like, that's too much. But
Sabrina.
Final Destination, I don't mind. What? Yes, sir.
So you hear about this, of course, Scream 6 and the crossover stuff where they're doing this promo. Does this make you more excited about
crossover? It's not a crossover.
Well, it's a crossover promo. It's a crossover promo. But does this make you excited? Do you think it works? Does it make you more excited about Scream 6 because they're trying to do this? You gotta give me something. Do you? No, nothing at all.
No, I'm not saying I'm not going to give you anything. I'm answering your question. It's like you asked 10 questions in a row. Like I answer them as you ask them. So no, I'm not more excited. I think it's very funny, and I love.
Does it help?
911, and I mean, it may help for some people. It doesn't help for me. I am I'll watch another Scream movie. I'll probably bitch about it when I'm done, but I'll watch it. I'm not super excited for it, but I'll do it. The last one was
Nev is not in the movie.
Pretty fucking Nev is not. Thank you for answering that. Nev is not in the movie. I'm gonna be pretty frank. The last one kind of sucked. I thought it was gonna be good. I wanted it to be good, and I just didn't really care for it. The original very first one, I didn't hate. I don't know. I don't know. I did the most.
The first one came out 30 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, way to make me feel old, bro. Thanks. Okay. Let's drink to being old. You're welcome.
I'm just like, I'm giving some facts, some factoids as we talk about it,
Yeah. Lexi doesn't like Scream. It's not me. Me and Lexi are on the same page tonight. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't, I'm not excited for a new Scream. Like, I just want new ideas. Like, I'm more excited for what we're probably going to talk about next, I hope, is a different horror movie. And I'm not going to blow up your spot, Brian. Not going to blow it up. I really want to, but I won't.
Rachel, does this help you at all? You hear about this, the promo, does it make you more excited? But does it actually entice people to go out, do you think? Do you think it'll actually help bring in the butts to the seats?
I don't know. Who cares about Reno 911 anymore? That show's been off the air for years.
Who cares? They're funny, though. They're fucking funny. They're funny.
Sure, they're funny. And I'm from Nevada, so there's a part of me that, will always be like, that's kind of like, I'm from Las Vegas, and Las Vegas and Reno are enemies. So it's like, it's funny to laugh at Reno. This shithole. But just in general, who cares? Who is this promo for?
Like that's it. Isn't it weird they actually did this? Like, why would you do these two things together? Like, whose idea was this? Why do you put these two? They're so different. Like, who decides to put them together, you know? Like, what? Oh, right. What? It must have been like maybe the creator of Scream loves Reno, and so he's like, you know, it'd be awesome. And people are like, why the fuck are we doing this?
They might have a similar producer or, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I mean, people do people favors all the time. Also, like, the Reno 911 guy was in that Sylvester Stallone Super Bowl ad. So, like, are they making a resurgence of some sort? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
But I just
the ads for the Super Bowl seemed like they were for a Super Bowl like 6 to 10 years ago. Like they had a Breaking Bad ad. They had a
Reno a J-Lo and Ben Affleck ad.
Right. These shows have been off the air for like a decade.
Forever.
Like why are we talking about
Clueless?
They should have done this last year when they had the like reviver of 90s. No, listen, that
not
ad
Paul
was
Rudd.
fucking terrible.
Hashtag.
That ad was fucking terrible.
Hashtag Paul Rudd.
It was actually offensive.
Hashtag not Paul Rudd.
I agree with Lexi.
This will always be a hashtag for the show.
Can we get to some information that is relevant to anyone, please? Because nobody gives a fuck about any of this.
Yeah. Reno 911 is gone, and so should be Scream. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
It's too late for this shit. They're not glorious anymore. Yes, but something that is glorious is the new movie called Glorious.
Oh, there we go.
Horrible transition.
Baby Jesus. No, I needed this.
It was perfect.
So there's a new movie coming out called Glorious, everybody. And it has Jason from True Blood. I want to do it so bad. I'm going to hold back.
Don't suck at me. Don't fucking
I'm going to hold back. So... So this movie's coming out. It's expected to ship. Okay, so they're like really trying to pitch the fucking DVDs for this shit. They're like, pre-order now for $27.97 or $28.96 if you buy the DVD or the Blu-ray. I'm like, well, who fucking cares about like fucking physical media anymore?
Movie on a streaming service?
I know. It's gonna be streaming too. They're doing VOD too, but they're really trying to fucking pitch the digital, the physical media. Which there's one guy I know that's like big on the internet. We call him Fat Ron. That fucking loves physical media. He's probably fucking getting a chubby right now from this. But
collects physical media, but like I make fun of her for that. Like, who the fuck cares about physical media?
People still get it though.
Like really old.
I understand it though. I do understand it, but like if you're actually making a program right now, you're pitching it you're gonna pitch physical media first, and that's like every article I read about like, pitching the physical media. I'm like, bro, everybody's streaming, but it's great. It's cool. Because this movie looks great. It has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sorry, I had that little bit of beer stuff happening right there.
How does it have anything on Rotten Tomatoes?
86%.
Because it was in a film festival. And
yes,
it did like
film
a live
festival
streaming debut on like some weird channel that nobody fucking has.
It debuted at the Fantasia Fest in 2022.
Fantasia. That sounds very strip clubby.
And people loved it. People fucking loved it. And so
wait, is it already on? I know Shudder produced it. Is it already on Shudder?
I think it was on Shudder. I don't know if it's still on Shudder. I think it was like a Shudder window that they used to like do a promo situation.
It'll be back there.
Like not unfamiliar to a cocktease.
Can you please stop hitting the table?
I'm trying to unscrew the thing because I keep fucking hitting it, douchebag.
Okay, but this jukebox guy still buys CDs, and I think that's something we need to be concerned about.
Wait,
I still jukebox.
Well,
you know, some people do. I don't know.
And also,
sorry, jukebox.
Also, one of my homies and definitely a friend of the fucking show. So watch yourself, girl.
Yeah, friend of the show, but man, get an iPod.
Friend of the show.
It's 2023.
Some people like to preserve
I just want to get into this a little bit so everybody knows what we're talking about before we get into our topic.
I'm like, what are you doing with that? Like, do you not do things on a streaming platform? I don't know. I don't even have a DVD player.
Let me do my little pitch.
Okay, Brian, keep talking.
Fuck
off.
Ryan Quentin, who was he was on True Blood. Give me your wrist, sucky. So Ryan Quentin was Jason on.
Jesus,
did
you shut everyone up so you could do a fucking impression? Seriously?
I'm doing my pitch right now. So Jason, which I fucking love Jason. He was dumb, but he was good. He fucking kicked ass, but he was fucking super dumb. But the guy who played Jason on True Blood, he's the main person in this movie, right? So Jason or Ryan or the character Wes, after a bad breakup, finds a remote rest stop because he's fucking pissed. He's just driving. He's calling his ex. He's crying. He wants to hear her voice. Oh my God, please answer my call. So he's driving out. He's doing his thing. She doesn't answer. He stops because he has to piss really bad. He goes into this rest stop, right? And he gets there and all of a sudden he's locked in the bathroom. He's locked in the bathroom. He's isolated in this bathroom. And then all of a sudden, a mysterious figure played by who? A friend of the show, J.K. Simmons. Fuck yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Definitely friend of the show. Hell
Definitely
yeah.
a friend of the show. J.K. Simmons. So if you watch the trailer, he's like washing his fucking face. For some reason, his pants are off. I don't know why. But he's at the bathroom with his pants off, washing his face, and he hears the noise from the stall. He's like, I don't usually make friends from guys who are in the stall just taking a shit while I'm washing my face, right? So, what's this?
Tom Sizemore just died.
Oh shit.
He was. I know he was in the ICU with like a brain aneurysm. I can't. That's wow.
No shit.
It's a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us know
CD
that.
buying, artist supporting, jukebox number 9. Appreciate you. Let's have a moment of silence and a drink for Tom Sizemore.
I think that's a drink, and then we continue. So everybody,
Yep.
if you're watching the show because it's Friday night, pour yourself a tall one. Right? Pour yourself a tall
one. Pour it out
one.
for your homies. Pour it out for your homies, y'all. Tom Sizemore, you did good work.
I'll pour it into my mouth.
For his life, his love, and his craft, and his contribution to society, and all the laughs, loves, and cries,
Dogs, you're
and feelings he brought.
Not Reservoir Dogs, sorry. That was Michael Madsen.
So Jason's in the bathroom, and he hears J.K. Simmons behind him, right? And he's like, there's a glory hole. Honestly, everybody, I saw this, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And he's like, you must service me physically, or the whole world will be fucking destroyed. And that's it. And it's J.K. Simmons with that fucking soft, sweet, sexy voice talking to him. And he starts freaking out. And he's trying to escape the bathroom, but he can't. And now we have to find out if he can get out or not. Will he put his dick in there to save society, or will he not? Jesus. That is glorious, everybody. So I saw this at first, and I was like, it won a lot of awards. That's 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. The trailer looks awesome, actually, to me. It's intense. It's fun. It's probably easy to shoot because it's on location, pretty much most of it in the bathroom. The visual effects look really cool that they actually showed. And I love the cast. So for me, I'm sold on this, even though it's fucking weird. I mean, they're definitely playing off the glory hole thing with Glorious. And even in the title, if you look at the graphics, they have like a little like fucking creature on the O. Like he's trying to fucking bite your dick or some shit. I don't know. So Rachel, you hear about this. What do you think about Glorious? You watch the trailer. Do you think it looks good, or do you think that they shouldn't be doing this and the actors made a bad choice?
I am 100% here for J.K. Simmons' weird era. Like, I am so here for this. Like, my favorite game is Portal 2, and he plays a main character in Portal 2. So, like, from the second I heard his voice, I was like, oh, shit. It's J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons is a demon glory hole. Hell yeah, I'm in.
I was the same way,
I don't
too.
need to know anything else about this movie. Nothing else. I will watch it.
Rachel, I heard that shit, and I was telling Sabrina, I was like, Sabrina, just watch it. And I'm like, wait till you hear the voice. And like, she's like, who is it? I'm like, it's a friend of the show. And she's like, what's a friend of the show? And then like, and she started watching, and she was like, what happened, Sabrina? What happened when you started watching it?
I literally was like, shut the fucking fuck up. Like, I can't. It is so ridiculous and stupid. Like that, I was like, there's no fucking, like, are you fucking kidding? Really? A glory hole? And then it was J.K. Simmons, and I'm like, why are you trying to fuck me, bro? Why are you trying to fuck me?
It's like, pretty ingenious.
I feel like Marcellus Wallace. Why are you trying to fuck me like a bitch? I don't want it. I don't need it. But now I have to do it. I
want it.
It's J.K. Simmons.
Now you want it. It's J.K. Simmons.
You want it bad now.
I know. I love him. I don't want it so bad. Let's not be over aggressive, sir. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh,
okay,
sir. All right.
I don't want it so bad. There's very few things that I want so bad, and this movie is definitely not one of them. But I'm gonna have to watch it because it's J.K. Simmons. He's fucking epic, dude.
But it also looks good. I mean, but also.
Okay, let's not push it. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. It looks ridiculous and fucking stupid.
It looks amazing.
Did you read the premise?
Yes. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
Wait, are we serious? Wait, I'm sorry. What's happening?
I'm 100% down for this. This reminded me of some fucking strange, weird B-movie shit, but with actors that I fucking love. I love Jason from fucking True Blood so much. I love his performance, the way he holds himself. And it reminded me a lot of how he was in the show. Maybe he's always like that, but it's fucking good. It works for me. Thank you, Lexi. Lexi's interested in this shit too. And JK, as soon as I heard JK, I'm like, you know what? This has to be a great script. Because this fool.
JK friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the fucking show. But the thing is, like, Rachel,
he does do it all.
Like, he always, honestly, he's getting older, And here's the thing. People get older, sometimes they just start making some bad choices. That happens. But everything that JK has done when he's gotten older, it has been good. It's always been good. Like he makes good choices. He has good people behind him or something. Even if it's fucking weird, he makes good choices. Doesn't matter.
No,
Coming back to Spider-Man, best choice ever.
Good. It doesn't mean that the movie
Tell me a bad
is good.
J.K. Simmons. Tell me a bad J.K. Simmons movie, Sabrina. Tell me one bad J.K. Simmons movie.
I'm saying that. I'm just saying like his performance is always good. It doesn't mean that the movie is good.
Well,
like that,
tell me a bad one.
The Chip and Dale fucking rescue.
That was still good. That was still good.
Was? Oh yeah, let's go to print with
that. Wait a minute. Was he in that Chip and Dale's movie?
Yeah, he was.
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
He was the sheriff gone bad.
That's right.
It was a cop.
That's right. I called it out while we were watching it too, because like your J.K. Simmons meter just like pops off when you hear his voice.
Yeah, I know, right?
And he was like the pretend cool sheriff, and then turned out to be a douchebag and like the crooked cop guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying the movie was like something you could throw in the trash.
I had fun. You had Andy Samberg in that movie. You had what's his fucking name? Oh god, I'm
that
going
movie
blank.
Wasn't great. It wasn't great though.
It wasn't great.
I liked it.
It was all right.
The cameos, the '80s nostalgia. I liked it a lot.
It was okay.
It was subpar. The fact that one of them was animated and one of them was not was fucking weird as shit. John Mulaney is who you're thinking of, by the way.
Yes, John Mulaney.
But yeah,
he has that like nasally kind of voice.
Okay. He's Spider Pig. In the Spider-Verse, the pig Spider-Man in Spider-Verse. He's him. He's amazing. I love him. I'm just saying I'm not saying it was shit, but it was like I'm not gonna be like that was a great fucking movie.
No, but Whiplash was great.
Whiplash was so good.
And so was there's no shortage of amazing movies that he was in, but he said name one movie that wasn't great, and I just did. So fucking relax.
Valid. It
Rein it in, sir.
It's semi-valid. It's not an Oscar-worthy movie.
It's not gonna be great, but I'll watch it because he's in it.
I mean, friend of the show, check out Glory Hole. I mean, glorious. Check it out, everybody. You might love it, you might hate it, or you're gonna fucking have a good time watching it, regardless of if it's bad or not.
Mix that.
How do we?
That's what she said.
Watch parties for the show. How can we do that?
We have to organize that.
We have to do that. That's one thing that we really want to do is a watch party, and a drinking watch party might be fucking awesome. That's all I'm saying. God. That's all I'm saying. So, anyways, everybody, check out Glorious. I think we gotta do this because this is the new thing. Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm gonna say thumbs up. Two thumbs up.
100%.
Oh, she's cocked halfway. So 2.5 thumbs.
Yeah, you can't. We did it. No, we did this already. You can do a cock. You can do a cock, and I'm cocking it. Okay.
Mike did that though too, and Mike, I'm gonna trust the half cock.
Chris Benigos is giving 2 thumbs up.
Give me 2 fucking yeah. Well, a lot of people are also giving 2 thumbs up or 2 fingers up to Jussie Smollett, and I'm gonna call him. What did Chappelle call him? Xavier. Samoye. So he's back in the news again because he is appealing his conviction from 2019 for his hate crime hoax. So apparently he has filed an appeal. And this is a lot. I should do this earlier. Okay, so he has filed an appeal of his 2021 conviction for faking a hate crime attack in Chicago in 2019. Okay, so apparently what they're saying is Mr. Smollett or Mr. What'd you say? Sauvignon? Mr. Sauvignon fully performed his part of a non-service and forfeiting his $10,000 bail, and the state benefited from taking and keeping Mr. Sauvignon's bail bond without performing its end of the bargain. Thus, a violation of process was a problem and requires reversal of Mr. Sauvignon's convictions and dismissal of the charges against him.
God, you can't keep mispronouncing it in 9 ways.
I'm sorry, it's been a long night.
Just call him Jesse. How about you just call him Jesse? Then you don't have to worry about it.
Each time.
Yes.
Just commit to saying it differently each time.
I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of what happened. So apparently he got, he got off. He got off. Apparently, the prosecutors suddenly dropped all charges initially. Right. Here's the breakdown of what happened. So they dropped all the charges, right? And then the city of Chicago ended up charging him because they said hey, you need to pay for all these officers, all their time, their overtime, and everything else that went down to it. They had a whole case. And then what happened was he refused to pay, right? 2 months after that, a special prosecutor was assigned to look into the case again. And then what happened February 2020, just before COVID took place, Jussie was indicted again, and this time on 6 counts of disorderly conduct. And on top of that, they found that, he had some more issues. So there was a new criminal trial in November of 2021. He was convicted again 2 weeks later. A lot happened. 2022, the actor was sentenced to 150 days in jail, 30 months of probation. And on top of that, he walked out of jail less than a week, right? And then he was granted, hold on with that. He was granted a motion of the lawyers to stay on that side. You're fucking me up here, Sabrina, those comments. So he walked away from all of it. He walked away from all of it, and now he's challenging everything and saying that he did his time. It's all done. Leave me alone. First of all, this fool, everyone knows that he planned it. I don't know. Maybe not everybody knows that. I'm going to say he planned that shit. That's my judgment based off this. He planned it. He got away with it. He got off. It was all written off. It was all done. They're trying to have him do a couple more things. Pay your fines, man. Pay your fines. Take care of the people. Walk away and try to start your career over again. That's what I say. I'm a little drunk, so I should have been better reading that shit, but I'm sorry about that. But you've already gotten away with a lot of shit, and the fact is you lost your job in Empire because you did this shit. You tried to call a hate crime when you planned it. And on top of that, you're hurting the community, which sucks so bad. You're a bad fucking influence, and you are part of the problem for people that are actually suffering in this fucking country. And that's a problem. And now you're trying to get your fucking self taken care of, not pay for your fucking crimes. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I don't want to say that too much.
Tell them how you really feel, Brian. Tell me how you really
getting
feel.
Angry.
Just to take, you already fucked up and you got away with it. They wrote everything off. They wrote it off. They said, good day, man. Good day. Have a good day. You're fine. Enjoy your life, And then all of a sudden you're like, well, I want my money back. I want my money back. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Honestly, you have enough money. You know you did it wrong. And then you didn't go to fucking jail for a week. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. Went to jail for a week. Fuck, so hard. So fucking hard. So fucking hard. 1 week in jail because you pretend to do a fucking hate crime. You pretend to be a person that was abused. You hired 2 people to fucking strangle you. And then you said good day afterwards and you gave them a fucking... Sorry, I'm going off. But anyways...
Buster Buddy, I need you to know that Lexi and Jukebox are calling for shots. So everybody, let's do a shot.
All I'm saying is... How the fuck in your mind do you think this is good to fucking appeal this at this point? Pay your money, do your time, walk away with... Honestly, you had an opportunity to just walk away and you got away with what you did. Great. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't do that. But because you're a celebrity, you probably got that. So walk away, leave it alone, and call it a day. Instead, you cause more problems. Okay, Rachel, you hear about this. I'm going Rachel first. Rachel, hear about this. What do you think? Do you think that
Sabrina has something to say?
Yeah, you want to go first, Sabrina? You hear about this?
No, I'm just trying to stop you from talking because you're very fired up, and I'm gonna need you to take a.
It makes me really mad.
I just want you to take a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath.
I calmed down.
It seemed like you needed a second. That's all I'm saying. I was just trying to jump in because it seemed like you needed a second.
I didn't think it would be an hour and 9 minutes when I got to the story. I didn't think it would be an hour and 9 minutes in. So
I know. Well, so all the more reason to rant for 28.4 minutes.
I get mad about this shit because it hurts people. That's why I get mad about it. I feel like fucking Morning Joe right now. That's what I feel like.
I wasn't opening the door for more talk from you. I'm just saying what we need to do.
Anyways, I'm saying, how do you get away?
I anyways do.
Rachel.
Sir.
You get away with this, right? You get away with this. You pay your fines. You don't go to jail for more than a week. Okay, how do you ever want to keep arguing this?
A little bit wrong. So, I'm trying to gracefully stop you.
What?
You have the story a scotch wrong. He did go to jail for a week. However, the original deal with this twat, I must say, and I'm going to call him Juicy per Dave Chappelle. So Juicy went to jail for A little bit, like a week ish.
Yes.
But initially, his agreement was to do community service, and they were going to keep his bond. So then after that, they had like a changeover DAs or some shit. They brought him back in, and
they're calling double jeopardy now.
Correct, because then they had another trial, and then he had now after that they sentenced to 150 days of jail. He only did 1 week, which I mean seriously, like that's insane. And then like they're now his defense attorneys are calling it double jeopardy because he was technically tried twice because he fulfilled his obligation by doing I don't know, some sort of hours of community service and paying $10,000, which I agree. I'm not on this motherfucker's side. He can go fuck himself. Like literally go fuck himself. Like, how dare you? That is the most disrespectful and fucked up thing you can do, especially as like a fucking black person, to try to make a hate crime out of your, like, it's perpetuating racism. And, you know,
and gay. It's on top of that too. Like, you're hurting the community.
Course. He's hurting every community that he's a part of. He's also hurting humanity just as being a human. Doesn't matter the extra shit. Like, he's just a fucking shithole of a human being. But my point is like the reason why there is a slight leg to stand on, and do not get me wrong, I think he should fucking rot in hell. But he supposedly fulfilled his requirement by doing that little tiny stint of community service and them keeping his $10,000 bail. Whoopsie, sorry guys. So I feel like I made a very large sound. I apologize. I'm trying to get used to this new setup here. So please bear with me. But basically it's I see a dog coming. Basically, I feel like it's a shit show, and I don't agree with him. But like, that's why there is a slight leg to stand on lawyer wise, and that's why this is happening. Rachel, now to
Peppy
you
wants to weigh on this.
Peppy.
Sorry, I got distracted by the baby. Oh
the
my
cutest
God,
dog of all time. I had him roughly 9
Peppy was
years
crying
ago.
outside the house, scratching on the door, telling me he wanted to come in and talk about Jussie Smollett. And so I said, I'll let you in, dude.
Let's just call him Juicy. Let's just go with Juicy. Let's juicy it up.
Yeah, but
Juicy is funny, but we don't support Dave Chappelle because he's transphobic and gross.
Oh, I totally understand your point.
Smollett.
I totally understand your point, but it's very funny. Juicy.
It is funny. Juicy is funny. So Juicy, I agree with everything Brian ranted about. Totally love it.
Yeah.
We don't have the time for me to rant on the same level as Brian, but totally agree with that.
Get in there, Rachel.
And also, but law is kind of a special interest of mine. I have a lot of lawyer friends and lawyer family, and there is a case, like Sabrina was saying, to be made that if things were handled improperly, his lawyer wouldn't be doing their job if they didn't pursue dismissing the case.
Yeah.
So, like, I see where the lawyer is coming from.
That's true.
He is an absolute piece of garbage human who doesn't deserve to get off with any of it. But if the courts mishandled it, that's the court's problem. The court fucked up.
Agreed.
100%,
that's the thing.
100%.
100%.
The thing is, I think they changed DAs, and like that was the problem. And like the one DA was like, "Oh, I stand by my choice," but then it switched, and they're like, "No, we're gonna redo this." And I can't with the dog, dude. It's so rude.
Peppy's joining us tonight.
Dude,
I know, he's so fucking cute though. It's hard to fucking be mad about anything.
But Jussie, I mean,
adorable.
on this time, he should just honestly, look at your losses and your gains and walk away, But that's what I say.
Exactly like Rachel said, he's, and also they're trying to, I don't know. It's a lawyer's job to do what they can for their client, and that's what they're doing. I'm not saying it's right because it's not. And I don't think Rachel is also saying that it's right because it's not, but it is what they do. That's what they do. That's what they're fucking paid for. That's why people hate them.
Yeah, he's calling. He's really upset about this, and he's really going crazy about it. But I still think that.
I'm so sorry that you tried to tie yourself up and put yourself in a noose by two people in MAGA hats. I'm so sorry. Like, so weird. So weird that you're upset about your own staging of a homophobic crime
The part
racist.
that gets me is there's enough, like, actual racist, homophobic shit out there happening. Yeah. Like, you didn't need to fake this shit, dude.
He wanted to be a part of it. Like, what benefit did it have to you? You lost your job, and now you're an obsolete motherfucker, and you're still trying to fucking get around the system. It's like, fuck off, dude. Fuck off.
Fuck off, dude.
Fuck off,
Consensus?
Dude. Next
Fuck
segment.
off, dude. Yeah. And you know what? I bet he wishes he could go back in time, just like Back to the Future, and change all of that.
Good segue, bro. Good segue.
But unfortunately, he can't. But the world we live in, we do have a Back to the Future musical coming out, everybody. And I don't know, I wish TR was here tonight, because he would have been like, fucking Back to the Future musical.
He'd be like, Dilla give a fuck, or whatever the fuck he says.
I know. But the Back to the Future musical is starting in the UK, and there's a lot that Spring and I have talked about this because there's some fun stories here. But the almost famous star, Casey Likes, was cast as Marty McFly now for the new rendition. Now, they had somebody else in the UK initially when they first started bringing it out, but now they're bringing it to Broadway. They're branching out, and they have a new actor attached to it. He's been apparently a big hit in the Almost Famous musical, so they're bringing him in. Roger Ebert, who played Doc Brown, is coming back. Roger Bart is coming back to play Doc Brown. Oliver, award nominee. Oliver, what are my notes saying? Award nominee Hugh Coles is coming back to play George McFly. And they're both coming back. They were actually in the OG version. They're coming to do this. It's going to be playing a couple different places now, of course, in the UK, of course, here now on Broadway. It's a big thing. Now, this is a musical, so they're, if you watch the trailer online, it's kind of funny. Like, you have Marty playing, like, I'm going back in time. And he's, like, singing that now. So, like, bringing that stuff into it, which is kind of fun. It really is. They're starting June 30th, 2023. It opens officially. That's, like, their soft opening. It's officially opening August 3rd, though. So they're going to do a soft opening during June 30th, August 3rd, 2023, at the Cavernous Winter Garden Theater. It'll be out there now. Of course, this is big. Back to the Future, the musical. It's huge. It really is. Sabrina and I, we saw it. We actually were in the UK at one point. A couple of years ago. It's 2019, right? 2019, we're in the UK. We had met somebody that was actually involved with this, and her friends were doing it. And they were talking about how it could be a big opportunity. And we're like, that sounds awesome. We're like, Back to the Future, the musical. And then she was talking about, like, who was playing Doc Brown. And we're talking about Bart. And he's like, he's great. And then, like, we saw him on Lemony Snicket's. And we're like, that's awesome. Yeah, like, he sounds like he could be good. And if you watch the trailers, like, he's pretty fucking funny. He really is. He looks like he's got Doc Brown. They have interviews with him and actual Christopher Lloyd doing the Doc Brown. It's really fun. They had a trailer where, like, they get into the DeLorean, and he's like, I think I'll be there for a long time. And he's like, thank you, Doc. And then he fucking drives off and shit. That's not really a fucking impression. I guess it kind of is.
Yeah, drink it up.
This looks really good. And but the thing is, like, for a lot of people, they might not like the music. Like, Sabrina, like, you see this, and you probably saw the trailer. What do you think about the music? Do you think it's gonna fucking pull away from Back to the Future, or I think it'll actually be good?
I mean, pull away? No, I mean, I don't think anything can pull away from Back to the Future. It's fucking Back to the Future, and it's been running in London. This play has been. I said London. I'll drink to that.
London.
London.
It sounds like you're from London town. Impression, and 2 in a row.
Oh, drink.
So, it's been running in London since 2020. So I feel like it has a solid footing. And he is also Doc Brown, the person playing Doc Brown. I'm not gonna fuck up his name again because I can't drink again. So they are using him again.
Roger Bart.
Thank you, Roger Bart. He is doing. They're doing a new Marty McFly, which is cool. But, like, the play has run successfully for almost 3 years. I will kill you right now with that dog.
I'm dying over here. It's so
I know
cute.
it's ridiculous. I know.
Peppy's trying to talk.
So yeah, it's been successfully running for 3 years, or at least 2 solid years, since we're barely into 2023, and I feel like, they've gotten their footing and they know what they're doing, and it will probably be something to look out for. I think it will be good. I think it will be something that you probably want to go to Broadway for if you're in New York, or your local theater when they're doing a tour. I feel like it's going to be. I feel like it's really going to be good. There's a lot of good people behind it, writing wise, producing wise, all that. Like I think it's definitely worth a check out, and I definitely fucked up a word in there. So here's to that. Next.
So Rachel, you hear about the Back to the Future musical. Are you a fan of Back to the Future for one thing?
Do you see what's happening with the fucking dog? Like, it's not a baby. Stop being weird.
So fucking cute. The dog is
So
a baby.
fucking
Don't
weird.
you? Dogs are babies.
Rachel, are you a fan of Back to the Future?
I like Back to the Future. I like cute dogs. I like musicals, but I'm not a fan of the project.
Are you excited about a musical though? It's coming here to the States now. Finally, you're not, right?
You're a musical person.
I know, but I'm honestly surprised Sabrina's on board for this.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it will have traction because it's already been running for 2 years in the UK, and like, let's be fair, the UK is pretty much ahead of us on everything these days. So I feel like if it's already been successful there for 2 runs, and we had Cats here for fucking 30 years. Like, why the fuck not throw Back to the Future in the mix? You know what I mean? I'm not going to see it. I'm just saying it's probably good. They've got the same Doc Martin. Oh my God, like the shoe.
Doc Martin, Doc Brown.
What did I just say? Oh, sorry guys. My bad.
I am tired of them making films into Broadway musicals. I feel like 90% of the time when they make a film into a Broadway musical, well, maybe not 90%, because there have been some really good ones. But like it's really hit or miss. It's really hit or miss. And I just would prefer that they make original musicals rather than basically a remake onto the stage.
Like the Stranger Things prequel? Would you prefer that?
No, absolutely the fuck not. Let's make an original property.
Okay. All right, good. All right, now we're on the same page-ish.
Maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda can write another fucking show. I don't know. Make Hamilton 2. I don't give a shit. Do something original.
Hamilton 2. It would have to be History 2.
It's called
Hamilton's dead.
Not shot.
Hamilton's dead.
Hamilton's a zombie. It gets really off the rails.
But the thing is, though, Rachel, like, you see this and you're like, I mean, he looks like he looks like Doc Brown. I mean, the kid initially looks like Marty.
The casting is good. I just think the concept is crap.
But the fact that you're manipulating these songs like back in time, and you're manipulating like all the original like Huey and the Lewis music to make it like a musical number. It's weird.
I mean, you can't use like actual songs. I mean, of course that's what they're gonna do. That's what musicals do, dude.
Sabrina and I were in the UK though.
Is it? Hold on. Is it a jukebox musical or is it a real musical?
No, it's a real musical.
It's more of a jukebox. They're using all these songs over and over again. They are. They are using all the original songs and they're making them into musical numbers. Like in the credits.
Songs.
Like if you look at the credits,
worked into the musical, so it's like Moulin Rouge, kind of.
Yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
Fucking hate that. Jukebox musicals can go fuck themselves.
She's even more mad. Even more mad.
It is that, Rachel.
There's nothing I hate more than a jukebox musical. Like the original Moulin Rouge film was fine, but the Moulin Rouge revival that they have.
You said Moulin drink, shit. Moulin drink, Moulin drink.
if you watch, like, they show like the end credits and they were like and
original credits, songs.
Yeah, they're not original. They're all like they're jukebox, you're right. And if you watch like the end credits, like people have posted online the end credits stuff, and like they're posing and they're bowing and all that shit, and all of a sudden like Marty goes like, "Take me away, I don't mind." You know, he's back in time. And he starts,
I need you to drink and move on to the next topic.
And then they all start.
You know what made Heathers good and Beetlejuice good and Legally Blonde good was they wrote original songs. They didn't use pre-existing
I don't care
songs.
for any of the things that you just mentioned on stage, but I did care for Hamilton. You mentioned that a little while ago, but that was all original and historical, which sounds
Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors.
It's good.
Yeah, also original.
No, it was a film originally that they took and put onto Broadway, but they wrote all original songs.
I was just gonna say, but the songs were not based on the film. I guess they were based on the film, but the songs weren't in the film.
But yes,
there's more topics.
Well, but not
You know, I think we need to move on. Everyone's telling us we've been drinking a little bit. But Back to the Future musical's coming, everybody. It's going to be in the UK. It's going to be now in the US. And now we're going to make this shit happen. And Martin McFly is coming back. Right, Peppy? Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, he's so cute. I hate it.
Now it's time for what? Our featured story of the night. Woo!
Oh, my God.
Yes, I did. And this is a big story just because of what it means to the CBS All Access Paramount Plus story. So, Star Trek Discovery has now been canceled, everybody, right, Peppy? Yeah, it's been canceled, Peppy. So, Star Trek Discovery has been canceled. Now, if you're a fan of this show, they've done 4 seasons. The 5th season is coming out right now, right? And they're just finalizing. They've wrapped production. They thought they were coming back for more, but because of what happened now, they're canceling it. They're going to go back, and they're shoot a little bit more, and they're going to finalize the season so it has a good finale, which is great, because if you have a show like this, you have to have a good finale, right? Now, they were, like I said, they were one of the first ones for CBS All Access, and now we're Paramount Plus, so it is what it is. They did 5 seasons. They're great. And the new season, let me tell you about the new season. The new season is going to they're going to uncover a new mystery that will send them on an epic adventure across the galaxy to find an ancient power whose very existence has been deliberately hidden from centuries. But now there are others who are trying to find that as well. Dangerous foes who are desperate to claim this prize for themselves will stop at nothing to get it. Peppy, don't go to sleep, man. And that is the new season of Star Trek Discovery. And I want to know, Rachel, have you ever seen Discovery? Do you like it? And are you excited or upset that it's canceled? Huh?
I am not a Star Trek person. I'm a Star Wars person. So I have not seen a single Star Trek ever. So you know what? I feel for Star Trek fans that are having their show taken away from them. I'm glad they're at least giving it an ending. I respect that.
Yeah, it's their first
Personally, though, I don't give a shit.
Like, new one. But it's like their
good
first
for them
new
for
one.
letting it have an ending. Good.
That's a big thing. It's like this show's gone for 4 seasons. It's their 5th season. Sabrina walked away. It's their 5th season, which is big. You know, that's a long time for a lot of shows. 5th a lot of shows get canceled at 5. That means they had a good run, right? I've watched this show. I love this show. I mean, I feel like they go back and forth. The first season is still the best.
Are you a Trekkie?
I love both of them. I'm a Trekkie and I'm a Star Wars person. I love them both. I can
love both. 2 worlds, one family. I have equal
opportunities in my heart for both the science fiction affiliates of Star Wars and Star Trek. I love them both. You know, it's fun.
Both. Have you watched all of the Star Trek? Does this one tie in well to the other Star Trek?
It's its own world. Like I wanted to tie in more, but it's its own world. So Strange New Worlds more ties in because it's talking about Captain Pike, what goes back to the OG stuff before Kirk. That's cool for me. This is cool. It's on its own place. They bring Spock in. It's fun for me. Honestly, I feel like I saw this coming because they were I felt like they were lost on this show. I felt like they had no idea where they were going. Like they do, like the last couple of seasons. I'm like, so why are we even doing this?
Is Star Trek still as political as it used to be in the 60s and 70s? Is it still kind of pushing towards the?
I feel like they are. I feel like they are because, especially with Burnham being the captain, like that's big because she's the first African American captain that's been on Star Wars, and they're pushing her, but they're also pushing like. I feel like the way they do it is they try to showcase every episode a different kind of a different kind of person or persona or gender in each episode based off of the character, because again, it's like they'll make an alien a certain kind of gender in a way, and then they'll make that person the showcase of that episode, you know, which I think is good though too. They're always trying to push the barriers. And when you think about the original OG Star Trek, when Shatner actually kissed Alua, you know, it's like, and they were like, you know, it's like the first on kiss ever of an African American person and a white person. It's like the first time ever. They're still doing that kind of stuff. They are. And I feel like the show is a good show, and that's why they went 5 seasons. It transitioned because when Paramount Plus actually happened, they transitioned from CBS to CBS All Access, to Paramount Plus, this show stayed. And that's the biggest thing. It's been a fucking groundwork for this network, and they've kept it. But now they're canceling, even though they're springboarding off to so many different Star Trek things. And I mean, it launched in 2017, which it doesn't seem like that long ago, but it's still been a little bit, you know? And the fact that they're still going to end it, and the fact they're giving a good ending is amazing for me. I'm really happy about that. The fact they're going to go back and reshoot shit to make it a good ending is amazing for me, even because a lot of shows that finalize, they say, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Do you think there's a future in which they will bring more Star Trek on air, or do you think we're kind of just done with Star Trek? There
is, because there's a new show called Star Trek Starfleet Academy that's happening after this. And we already have, on top of that, we have another spin-off about the Captain Pike. That's already happening right now. They've done one season, they're doing another season. And there's also Star Trek Picard, which is finalizing right now, which is about
dude, they
Patrick
have like 4 Star Trek shows going at once. That's too many.
Yes.
They can cancel one. That's fine. I'm fine with them canceling
They have a lot. And this is the very first one, so that's what they're finally canceling, you know. But I feel like it's still big because, like I said before, it's the very first African American like captain that's there, and she's so fucking good as Burnham. She is so fucking good. I love her, and I'm so happy. Like I look to see where she's going every season. Sabrina hates the show because she hates Star Trek, but for me,
this is so offensive. Like I literally want to jump off a fucking bridge right now.
She fucking hates it.
For fuck's sake.
But I was so excited they're getting a good ending. I was
hard no on all of it. Like, how many Star Treks can you fucking have? Like, we've had enough.
There's so many.
We don't need.
We don't
need all the Star Treks, the reboots of the Star Treks. It's like, Picard, I'll give a little respect to because fucking what's his nuts is in it.
Patrick Stewart.
Thank you. I love him. You know, I'll give him a moment. But the rest of it, it's like, go fuck yourself. I've had a fucking enough. Like hard fucking pass. Like it's so much, and we don't need it. And it costs so much money. The makeup, the prosthetics, and then we have the spin-off spoof situation with. You
just gotta love Sci-Fi, Sabrina.
What?
You gotta love Sci-Fi. Get into it.
No, I don't love Sci-Fi, and I'm not gonna get into it. I'm a Star
Sci-Fi.
What?
You do have to love Rachel. You love Sci-Fi.
You don't gotta love Sci-Fi. It's not for everybody.
No, I don't. Okay. I don't. It's disgusting and stupid. I like Star Wars. Like
Star Wars isn't Sci-Fi. It's fantasy.
Okay. I don't really love fantasy either.
So Rachel,
like certain installments. No. Don't cut. Are you serious? First of all, where the fuck did Rachel go?
I don't know. That's the wrong slide. Apparently.
Oh, there she is.
There's a wrong slide.
You can't just shut me off when you don't like what I have to say. By the way.
You get it then. Get it, Sabrina. Get in there again.
I think we need to limit Drunk Fridays to like a small amount of liquor. I'm just kidding, Brian. I love you. I'm
slowing down.
I
label the buttons, Brian.
Brian's fucking up.
You need a slow down button, and that also has to go to your belly.
Where was that button? I don't know what I was even playing right now.
Yeah, just let's rein that in. To be honest, for me, sci-fi and fantasy are both like very touch and go for me. I have a problem with things that are not realistic, which is why I have a problem with musicals. So I have a mostly from being forced into the Marvel and DC fucking wormhole against my will. I have become more allowing of things that I would not normally tolerate, and that includes some new Star Wars, like the old Star Wars shit I watched when I was like a kid, and of course I was like, yeah, that's cool. There's Wookiees. They're like walking teddy bears. Awesome, love it. But like as an adult,
Wookiees.
I'm like, okay, yeah. I was weird and cool shit, but like now. I've given it much more of a chance, and I will say that I'm much more accepting of it. I just don't love the gratuitous nature of nonsense. So I Star Trek is really hard for me. The 52 spinoffs, it's hard for me. For some reason, the Star Wars spinoffs are not hard for me. Like I really do enjoy The Mandalorian. Yeah, I enjoy. I haven't watched the first episode yet. I'm very sad that I haven't, but I will.
Is it out?
Yeah,
I think the first 2 are out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm watching it tonight. Finally.
I feel like that universe is more the reboot of that universe, and I hate reboots, but the reboot of that universe is much more conducive to my mental capacity than this Star Trek shit. And I love Seth MacFarlane, but his show is also meh. Like, I'm just like, it's a spoof of something that I don't care about in the first place. So
they're not really sure if that's coming back again,
I mean, I hope it does, because I know a lot of people that work on it, and it's a really great show for them to work on. So that's that's great. And he's a great person, Seth MacFarlane. Again, because I know people that work in that show. So I hope it doesn't go away.
But I don't know who Dogman is, but welcome to Kruse Control.
Yeah, welcome, Dogman. Is it Dogman or Dogman?
It's all of the Dogman. The thing is, though, this show's gone on for 5 seasons. They had a good run, right, Peppy? They had a good run, so I'm happy for them. They had that time, and they're able to make a good fucking product, and I'm happy they got a finale for it, and they're able to wrap it up and make it great. It's awesome, because a lot of shows don't get that. I mean, especially being that long. I'm happy they get that for the cast, the crew, and all the producers. It's amazing. And, it's been a night, everybody. It's been a night. We ended with this because, it's very easy to talk about. I mean, Star Trek is one of my favorite things.
Talk about Star Trek? No, not for me.
I'm pretty drunk at this point, everybody. Rachel, how are you doing?
That.
I'm good. I don't care about Star Trek, but I'm here.
Anyways,
I love it.
So Star Trek is ending. Star Trek Discovery, at least. We have the Academy one. We have Picard. They're still airing right now. We have, they're going to keep spinning up. We have Strange Worlds. That's what I was trying to think about. Strange Worlds. That's the Pike one. And I really like Strange Worlds a lot. But the thing is,
enough. They're trying to do.
So you talked about Star Trek this Friday, and you talked about Lord of the Rings last Friday. So I think you're just trying to make Fridays Nerd Friday.
Nerd Friday.
Which is not my thing.
You're just being a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, trying to fuck me out of my normal fucking. I am
a nerd. You call me a nerd, everybody?
I'm rearranging my schedule so that I can be on the. No, I'm really not.
Right.
It's a lot, and I'm doing this. And you're gonna nerd me out.
I don't know why it's going there.
So
nerd
rude.
days.
What is that? What are you doing with that white square?
I'm drunk. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well,
I'm a little drunk.
White squaring her.
Okay. Give me your wrist
there
sucking.
She is. She's
Where's
back.
my maker, Jessica?
Drink, bitch, drink.
Friend of the show, Brian's Bill impression.
Yeah,
it's so accurate, though, right? Come on, Rachel. It's pretty accurate.
It's something.
It's not accurate. It's something. Yep.
I am no maker, Jessica.
Says Chris. No. Still nobody wants that.
Brian for Bill.
Let's do that. Oh shit, I'm out of this one. Oh, anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. It's been a night. We may have lost topics here and there. That's what happens when you've been drinking. I'm about to pop this bottle right now, but it's been a day.
I feel like we had more topics to talk about, but I don't remember what they were.
I think that's it. Apparently, that's my schedule told me that was it. That was it. Rachel, thank you so much for being here. We love you so much. We're so happy to have you here on the Friday edition of Kruse Control.
I'm gonna give you that too.
The heart always goes out to you.
Let's do it.
On the camera.
Thank you for bearing with us, because sometimes we lose topics when we're doing this because it's alcohol.
We do.
Maybe
that's alcohol.
I think we need to do.
And I don't help. I
think we need to do one more drink. One more drink for all of our fans and friends.
Right from the bottle, he's doing it. Okay.
This is like, I can't wait till we get, maybe in like a year from now, it'll be like the fan base shot. It's going to be awesome one day. It's already fucking awesome. Sorry, Brian. Everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Rachel, Sabrina, here is to Friday, March 3rd, 2023. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here.
I don't know what Happy New Year means, but okay.
Everybody, thank you for watching Kruse Control tonight. Please like, subscribe, join our Patreon if you can. And always follow us Monday through Friday. We're usually Monday, Friday, most of the time. 6:30 p.m., 9:30 Eastern time. Thank Thank you so much, everybody. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog, tell your uncle, tell your aunt, tell your best friend, tell your little aunt that lives next door.
Tell everybody if you know him.
Watch Kruse Control. We love you so much. You're our best friends ever. Thank you so much for checking in. Rachel, again, thank you. Sabrina, thank you so much. Have a great night, my audience, your audience, our audience. We love you so much. We will see you again very soon, which is Monday, because we're back on Monday sober. Have a great night. See you soon. Have a fucking fantastic weekend. Take a shot now with us. And see ya.